Alrighty, what's going on, guys? Edward here, back with another video. It's been a while. Been working on a lot of stuff. Plus, the channel got 2 strikes. So, anyways, yeah, I've been quite busy for this past few weeks, and just wanted to show you the trade actually took today with my team. Let me go ahead and bring my Telegram group here. I'm gonna give you a full breakdown of today's setup right here when I was actually buying Nasdaq. So this is technically how it looks, and right there's the TP. Now notice that price went straight up, came back down immediately. Now why is that happening? Let me explain. Right? Let's go ahead and start this thing from coming from the higher time frame recently. This recent push we have right here, right? Coming from this low price, tap into this fair value gap right here, give it a little kiss, and then boom, we got an expansion to the upside. So price went from discount on this fair value gap back to the external highs right there, which is liquidity, price taking liquidity, external liquidity. We see that from there, if you want to use also discount, you see measuring from the low to the high, price pull back to discount again. So it means it's ready for a potential move up now, for potential continuation. However, price has been quite sensitive lately, right? Again, thanks to Donald Trump and all this thing is going on. I still believe we're going to go up, but it's struggling right now. Price is actually struggling. So just to understand here, this was on Friday. Let me break it down from here pretty much. Right there. Right? So I had marked up this 4-hour fair value gap, of course, in discount, right? Measuring using the fib from the low to the high, discount. Price went to discount. Notice that how we close on Friday. Notice right here, there was an accumulation. We can mark up all this area if we want. This is an accumulation here, right? Manipulation, tap into this area. Notice how quick we retrace back up, right? We close above this series, this 2 down close candle. We close above it. So that's telling us that we have a potential change in the state of delivery. To where? Well, it's changing potentially again from bearish to a bullish scenario, right? So this is the buy side of the curve. I always say this, right? That's the buy side of the curve. This was the sell side of the curve. Jesus, what is wrong with my pulse? And this is the buy side of the curve, right? Till cycle gets completed. So what is it that I'm expecting? What do I want to see next? Well, what I wanted to see is price pullback, probably during Asian session, London session, to get into here. And then from here, I can use my fib. Again, I can use the same rule. Fibonacci from the low to the high, midpoint right here. This is discount, right? So I'm expecting, this is premium. I'm expecting to get a buy setup from here, and I can target this highs at least. I actually like that relative equal highs right there. Right? It's a nice, clean, clear to see draw on liquidity, right? Let me go now from here. Notice that when market opened on Sunday, we opened up with a little bearish gap right here. And I actually want to highlight this because it was a little concern of mine. Yeah, put it, it's a fair value gap anyways, right? So actually covers all the way down there. So that gap right there was a little concerning for me. But anyways, notice what it was doing actually overnight, right? Right here. What time is it? London now, 4 a.m. in the morning. So it's still London. So it went down during Asian session, London session now is struggling right here. Let's go lower time frame now, 15 minutes. And now look at the structure. We're starting to see the structure a little cleaner, probably here, right? Notice again, if I use my Fibonacci, just I want you guys to understand and see very clear here, right? So price went to discount, especially OTE, optimal trade entry, which is between 62.79, 70 right here. It's a very key point. So this happened during London, right? Still London session, by the way. Let's wait for New York. Look at what's happening right there. We're already having a change in the state of delivery now, right here, during still London, right? And a market structure shift. Took a little while. Right there, right? So with that 15-minute candle, that's when I was actually taking the shot during New York. I trade New York only. I don't trade London. I trade New York, right? So right about here, I mean, I want you guys again to understand this thing, because if you understand this, you will get it. You will see pretty much the structure a lot clearer. So we had that impulse. We had already a confirmation on the 1 hour, right? A change in the state of delivery on the 1 hour time frame after price tapped and swept this liquidity right here, right? And tapped this important PD array, higher time frame PD array. Price took off, pulled back to ODE, right? It's my job to understand and find that change in the state of delivery. This was the sell side of the curve, and now I'm trying to catch the buy side of the curve. So technically, this lows, especially this low right here, should be protected. I would not like to see the market go down during New York right now and take this low. If it takes this low, this is telling me most likely we're going to continue lower. We're going to disrespect entirely this. Price is not going to go up. Price is most likely just going to go crashing down, right? So I'm trying to use this lows as, of course, my placing my stop loss, right? So I understood that once New York session is opening, we already had a change in the state of delivery to the upside in this little swing bearish move right here, right? Now I know that my chances are that New York session will most likely continue head out to these highs, at least. You know, still there's nothing 100% guaranteed, but if you guys understand this, look at where I'm coming from. Look where I'm coming from, the higher time frame down to the lower time frame. And I'm trying to see always the same thing. It's repeating. This thing is repetitive, right? Markets are fractals. What you're seeing in a higher time frame, you're seeing in a lower time frame. So when you see an impulse, a correction, impulse, right? As long as you're trending, this is why we always try to trade trending markets, right? Sometimes we're going to experience within these trending markets short periods of accumulation, right? Price will most likely be accumulating at some point, right? In lower time, if I go lower time frame right here, probably this is not just a single straight line. You're going to see periods of little accumulations. Probably it's a trend within a trend within a trend within a trend. Again, markets are fractals. Hope you guys understand that. So when the price creates an impulse, you know that eventually it's going to have a pullback. So it's our job understanding, okay, where are we? Are we in discount? Are we in premium, right? Why do we use discount and premium? It's because you want to try to avoid buying from premium. If you're buying, you want to buy cheap. And if you're selling, you want to sell high. So when price reaches this zone right here and liquidates this high, depending if you could have a change in the state of delivery right there to go to the downside. Price could actually crash from there and maybe target this low, right? If that's the case, like if you like what you're seeing, what actually happened. Let me bring you back down to the 5 minute. They're pretty much just so you can see. Boom, prices skyrocket. You see, but why did it reverse? Why did the price reverse so quick? Well, a couple of things. We had news today, 10, and we also have Jerome Powell. What time is it that I'm recording? I'm recording this video at 10:17 a.m. So 17 past, right? We already had this news coming out, but Jerome Powell still is going to be speaking at 1 p.m. today. So I left a runner. I wanted to target all the way to the top, but because I know that after this double top right here, if this liquidity gets taken, I'm sure that we probably might have some sort of reversal, right? So I'm securing a very nice chunk of profits right here. I left a runner, moved my stops to break even. I just got out of break even. Price could totally reverse. It looks like it's reversing from here, right? It could totally, it did actually. That last bullish fair value gap turned into an inversion. You could have sell from here, placing a stop loss above this high, targeting maybe all of this little support right there, that double bottom. Boom, that was the target. That's it. If you wanted to go into a sell right there, maybe this is the entry, stop here, and you would have target right there, right? But I'm not interested in looking for sales. Not right. My bias is bullish. In the higher time frame, I'm trying to go bullish. So, but especially because we have now news and Jerome Powell is speaking. You know, when this guy speaks, it's a whole mess, right? Price gets very choppy and very volatile. So this is what we're getting right now at 9:30. We're getting just a bunch of volatility. We might actually end up going up. You know, I would not be surprised if we after this we actually do continue flying. It would suck because I'm already out of the position. I'm not looking to make any more trades. I'm good with that. I already did my scalping and that's it. You know, but hope you guys understand structure and you know this simple concept, right? This is an impulse correction. If you are able to understand this, right, you can use those pullbacks as a form of, of course, you need to know: are we tapping a higher time frame fair value gap? Which most likely we are. Most likely, I want to say, yes. We are all the time tapping a higher time frame, some sort of form or higher time frame PDR. It could be a fair value gap or an order block, right? So price pulls back, discount, right? Now, you know, this is known as the sell side of the curve, and you want to catch the buy side of the curve until this high, right? And then the cycle repeats again. You have another cycle: sell side of the curve, buy side of the curve. And then when this high gets taken, once that high gets taken, price is going to pull back, and then eventually we're looking for that continuation. So another sell side of the curve, and then we have another buy side of the curve. So our job is to enter once the change in the state of delivery happens right there, right? It's challenging. It's difficult. ICT concept is not easy. It's not easy. It's really not, right? But if you understand this structure and how order flow works, I mean, it should become easy. It should be more easy. It is for me. So if it is for me, why cannot be for you? You know, I'm not an alien. I'm just a normal person. You know, hope it makes sense. If you want to be, guys, if you want to be part of my team, I trade with my students pretty much every Monday to Friday, but I go live on Zoom, especially live on Zoom. I go every Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, right? I did trade today, and as I mentioned, you see, I send them videos, I send them analysis. Um, of the trades. Pretty much you can say these are signals. However, I teach my students not to just copy the signals, just understand why. This is why I'm sending videos every time I make an entry. If I'm making an entry, I take the time and create a video and send them a video saying, this is the reason why I took this buy. This is why I'm entering here. This is why I'm placing my stop loss here, so you guys understand. If you're not watching these videos, you're wasting your time. if you're trying to join my team just because you want the signals, right? You're wasting your time. You're wasting your time because you're not learning. You know, you're actually learning from the videos, okay? Not from a picture, unless you already understand what I do and everything. You can kind of understand, right, what's going on, right? So just wanted to let you know that, guys. So, anyways, just go ahead and visit my website, teamprofitsenglish.com. You'll find out there my mentorship group. There's a lifetime right now. I'm offering a lifetime mentorship program, and you're paying a one time. It's a one-time payment, and you're part of my team forever. Okay, forever, right? No monthly fees, nothing else, just one-time payment, and you're part of my team forever. So thank you so much. This is pretty much it for today, guys. And what do you think is going to happen? It would suck if we continues pushing up, because that's what I wanted to actually catch the entire move all the way to the top. But that's what it is. Hope it makes sense. This was a nice formation here. So hope it makes sense. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take it easy.